Well, happy Tuesday. You've made it to mornings with movement. Hope you have your coffee, and I hope you're ready to dive into a devotional because what better way to start your day than with some coffee and a quick word from God? So, this past Sunday, we're going through Proverbs. And so, I wanted to spend a little time getting us wise as we go through it as you're drinking your morning cup of coffee. And it says this in verse 6 in chapter 6. Take a lesson from the ants, you lazy bones. Learn their way and become wise. Like, just woke up and you're already picking on me, calling me lazy bones. It's better than calling you a sluggard because no one knows what that is still. But I thought we needed to break this down a little bit more, especially as we're getting our day going. Says, take a lesson from the ants, you lazy bones. And what do ants do? They are driven. They have an objective to go to point A to point B. They're going to stay in their lane. They're going to do what they had been told, and they're not going to stop until that job is completed. Even more so, we learn as the cycle of an ant is that they're taking care of things today to look forward to the future. It's hot outside, it's summer. And so no one wants to work out in the heat, but the ants do because they're getting everything set for when later fall and winter comes and it's going to be a little harsher for them. So we need to find a way to be fierce in all we do and driven in what we do, and not be considered lazy bones, but instead do what God has called us to do. And what did He call us to do? To live lives worthy of His name and His calling. That means we need to go and be driven in our prayer life. We need to be driven in our work life. We need to be driven in our relationships with our spouse, with our children. We need to be driven in His church. We need to be driven in His community. And God has given you a path. He's like, I've set you on fire and I want you to do this and in this opportunity and in this location. You go and do it, and you do it to bring glory to His name. You can say, well, what happens when I get tired? Something amazing is when you're working in the opportunities and the way of the Lord, you're not going to get tired. He's going to give you that joy. He's going to give you the stamina, that energy. It's a long race. He's like, I got you. I'll give you the gel energy pack of what you need and this joy through other people. You just got to keep going. I never see ants saying, oh, I'm gonna take a little extended lunch break. It was a tough day. They're like, no, this is what I'm here to do, and I'm going to do it. 80% of their day, they're working. That means they can get as much done as possible and then find some time to rest. So when we're walking in what God wants us to do, we are doing that to the full of our excellence of ability, and then you can take some time to reflect and think back and see about it. And then this is the best thing about taking a rest is that you rest on Him. In fact, I think we're going to talk about that more tomorrow. So my prayer is that you have a productive day, that you get this terminology of lazy bones and throw it away. This cup of coffee is going to be strong, but the calling of God's going to be even stronger. And so get ready to see what He's going to do. And here's a little challenge too. When you walk out those front doors, or if you go through the garage, look at the ants already working. Look at them going and just think, you know what? They're dedicated. They're looking out for their little anthill colony at home. They're trying to do this to make sure their lives are good. And now's our opportunity to make sure everyone else's life is good around us as well.